While we advocate for mutual aid as a first step towards improving the well-being of one's community, charity organizations are still important for providing large-scale assistance across a wide variety of causes. This can include nonprofits for legal defense or lobbying governments for better policies, providing relief in crisis situations across the globe, or funding research that would otherwise be ignored. One of the more difficult aspects of giving to charity is the uncertainty of whether your donations are effective. There are a few tools that can help with this. Charity Navigator collects data on charities and assigns ratings based on their allocation of funds, transparency, and impact. You can also create a list of charities that interest you, manage donations through it, and keep track of your history. This site is often the first recommendation when evaluating a charity. Financial data is where Charity Navigator shines. You can view income statements, financial charts showing financial backing and expense breakdowns, and leadership pay, as well as a list of similar charities. In general, you want to see high ratings for transparency across the board, with the vast majority of the funds funneled into program expenses. However, as useful as Charity Navigator is, it will not go into the ethics of the nonprofit nor the efficacy of their actions. We should note, however, that Charity Navigator is working on expanding their rating system and planning to add more criteria moving forward. And there are caveats to the financial data as well. Just because expenses are low, it does not mean that it is a good charity. And occasionally, higher admin expenses are important to the overall effectiveness. This analysis is more about looking at an acceptable range and putting it in perspective when comparing other organizations. There are other entities, such as Charity Watch and GiveWell, that evaluate the efficacy of a charity's methods. They can be worth looking into, but these evaluations aren't themselves above criticism. Maximizing a charity's investment isn't necessarily a process that can be broken down effectively into simple metrics. Multi-channel approaches are indispensable, so while looking at cost effectiveness is important, prioritizing the most cost-effective option can leave key elements of an issue unaddressed. This is especially important for larger and widespread issues. If you have the time, nothing outweighs doing the legwork and looking directly into the charity organizations yourself. The important thing is to make a list of causes that you support and look into who addresses these issues. Use their mission statements and details to find their plans of action. Make sure each organization is transparent. Then look into the organization's strategies and efficacy towards solving the issue. Be sure to cross-reference the organization against a broader search to see if there's any criticism that you trust. And finally, we should never ignore the underlying issues and the failures of governance that often bring about the necessity of a charity to exist in the first place. We want to invite you to participate in this process, so if you have looked into a charity that you feel is important, please leave a comment below. Thank you for watching. If you want more content from PraxisU, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the bell for notifications. Also, consider following us on Twitter, Instagram, or Reddit to further discuss methods of improving your community through a wide variety of actions. Special thanks to workerguy, Ilkin Gamber, Thompson, and our other patrons for funding this video. We really appreciate the support as we continue building PraxisU.